everyone, it's Miss Angie from the Portage Public Library, and I thought today we would do a simple snack. And a snack that we like to have in our house is homemade granola. We like to put the granola on our yogurt with some fruit. So there are a couple things you want to do before you start making a recipe. You would want to look at it and make sure you have all the ingredients that you need. I also like to get out all the measuring cups and spoons and bowls and all the things I need to make it before I start. And then the other thing you want to do is wash your hands. Before you cook, you always want to make sure your hands are clean. So today we're going to make granola, and the ingredients that we need are oatmeal, and we use the old-fashioned oats, which is the bigger oats. It's not chopped up as small. We need brown sugar, we need canola oil, honey, and vanilla. So that's all you need to make granola. If you at the end want to add in nuts or raisins or coconut, you can do that, but I'm just going to show you our basic granola recipe. In addition to needing the ingredients, we need a baking sheet and some parchment paper. And you need the parchment paper so that it doesn't stick to the pan, it'll stick to tin foil, and then you're just going to ruin your granola. Alright, so the first ingredient is the oats, and it says 3 cups. So I have my measuring cup, and we're going to do 1, 2, I think I did just enough, so we're going to pour it into there. Alright, there's 3. So then we are done with the oats. The next ingredient is canola oil, and it says a 1/3 cup. So the measuring cup here, I'm going to find where it says a 1/3, and I'm actually going to set it down. I'm going to pour it in there. Okay. And the other thing about this recipe is it's so easy, you just dump everything into the bowl. Alright, the 3rd ingredient is the honey. So the trick is you want to do the oil first in your cup because it coats the measuring cup. That way the honey comes out really nice. It doesn't stick. You don't have to scoop it out. Alright, so honey. It's also a 1/3 cup of honey. And I'll post this recipe with the video so you guys will have the recipe. Alright, take the honey. We're going to just see how it comes out really easy. I'm going to have to do a little bit of scraping, not a lot. Alright, get the honey in there, and now we're going to add the brown sugar. It says a 1/4 cup packed, so that means you don't want to just go like this. You want to really make sure it is packed in the cup. And then we're just going to dump that in. Alright, and finally we're going to add in vanilla. So usually when something says a teaspoon of vanilla, I just use the cap. But this time I'm going to use my measuring spoon and pour that in. So those are the 5 ingredients you need for granola. And then you take your wooden spoon and you're just going to mix it all together. The brown sugar sometimes is lumpy, so you just kind of want to smash it around so that it breaks up. And you're trying to mix in the oil and the honey so that your oats are covered. And it doesn't really take that long. I should mention before I started, I did preheat my oven to 350 degrees. That's the temperature you need to cook this. Make sure an adult helps you. I don't want anybody to get burned on the oven. Alright, so I think we're almost, we have our oats, they're pretty much all wet with the honey and the oil. And the brown sugar is mixed in, I don't see any lumps. Alright, so then you'll get your cookie sheet. And I already have my parchment paper on here. And you are just going to dump out your granola. And then you need to spread it out in the pan so that when it cooks, it kind of cooks evenly. You'll notice when you cook it that the edges tend to get darker faster than the middle. So that's why on this recipe I say to cook it for 20 to 30 minutes. It kind of depends on your oven. But after 10 minutes, you're going to want to take it out with some pot holders, put it on the counter, take your spoon and kind of stir in all the edges that are brown and try to get it all evened out so that it browns kind of evenly. So then you'll put it back in the oven and you'll check it in another 10 minutes. And it'll get pretty dark. You'll know that it's about ready to come out. So when you think it's ready to come out, you're going to take it out. You're going to set it on the countertop and just let it cool. When it cools is when it hardens and it gets crunchy, like you think about granola. You'll be able to lift up the parchment and break it up into chunks. When you take it out of the oven, that's also the point you can add in nuts, raisins, coconut, dried fruit, whatever you like in your granola. And then you're going to want to put it in an airtight container and store it in your cupboard. And I don't know how long it lasts because we usually eat ours pretty fast, but I would feel like it would last probably a week or so. So I'm going to put this in the oven and then I will attach some photos of what my finished granola looks like. Thanks!